I caught my wife hugging my own brother in a disgusting family moment. She laughed and said, "It's just simple cheating." So I made one call that sent them both to jail and filed for divorce without ever looking back. Every word of the story still feels like a scar on my soul, because it's about the two people I trusted the most in this world. My wife, Emily, and my younger brother, Lucas. I'm Jack, 32, and I used to believe that love and family were the only things worth fighting for. I believed that marriage meant loyalty, that blood meant honor, and that betrayal could only come from strangers, never from the people you shared your heart and home with. But that illusion died the day I walked into my own house and witnessed something so disgusting, so shattering, that it changed me forever. It all began on a quiet Friday afternoon. I had left work early, thinking I'd surprise Emily with dinner plans and flowers. We had been going through a rough patch lately, but I thought it was just stress. Long work hours, missed date nights, and the pressure of everyday life. I wanted to fix things. I wanted to remind her of us, the way we used to be before everything turned cold. Lucas had been staying with us for a few weeks, claiming he needed a place to stay after his breakup. Being the older brother, I didn't hesitate to offer him a room. After all, family comes first. At least that's what I thought. When I pulled into the driveway that day, the house looked peaceful from the outside. The curtains moved gently in the breeze, the front door slightly open. I walked inside quietly, wanting to catch Emily off guard with my surprise. I held the flowers in one hand, my heart full of hope that maybe, just maybe, we could find our way back to each other. But then I heard it, laughter. Soft, playful laughter coming from the living room. At first, I smiled, thinking she was on the phone with a friend or watching something funny. But then I heard another voice, a man's voice, and my smile faded instantly. Something inside me tensed. I stepped closer, my shoes barely making a sound on the wooden floor. And that's when I saw them. Emily and Lucas, my wife and my brother, locked in each other's arms in a way that no brother and sister-in-law should ever be. Her head resting on his shoulder, his hand resting on her waist. The kind of touch that spoke of intimacy, of familiarity, of something that had been going on far longer than I could ever imagine. For a second, I couldn't move. My heart stopped. My mind refused to accept what my eyes were seeing. When they finally noticed me standing there, Lucas stepped back like a guilty child caught in the act, his face drained of all color. But Emily, my wife, she just smirked. She didn't look shocked or ashamed. She looked amused. "Jack," she said, tilting her head slightly, "don't be so dramatic. It's just simple cheating. Nothing worth ruining the family over." Those words, those disgusting, heartless words. Simple cheating. My ears rang. My hands shook. I stared at her, waiting for some sign of regret, some hint that this was all a horrible joke. But all I got was that cruel smile, that mocking laugh. Lucas tried to speak, but I silenced him with a look that could have cut through stone. "Get out of my sight," I said quietly. My voice didn't even sound like my own. "Both of you." Emily rolled her eyes and walked past me as if nothing had happened, her perfume filling the room like poison. Lucas stammered, tried to apologize, but I didn't want to hear it. I just walked out, got in my car, and drove until I couldn't feel my hands on the wheel anymore. That night, I parked near the ocean and just sat there, staring at the waves crashing against the shore. My mind replayed every moment of our marriage, every laugh, every touch, every promise, now tainted by the image of her in my brother's arms. I thought about all the times she told me she was out with friends, or when Lucas would show up conveniently late from work. It all made sense now. I had been living in a house built on lies. But I'm not the kind of man who sinks quietly into misery. I knew there was more to this, and I was going to find out everything. The next morning, I went through our home security system. I had installed cameras in the hallway and driveway a year ago after a break-in in the neighborhood. I never checked them before, but that day, something told me to look. What I found made my blood boil. Video after video of Lucas and Emily sneaking around, hugging when they thought I wasn't home, kissing in the kitchen, whispering to each other late at night. It wasn't simple cheating. It was a full-blown affair. My wife and my brother had been using my own home, my own bed, to betray me. I could have exploded then and there, but instead, I channeled my anger into action. I spent the next few days quietly gathering evidence, the videos, the messages I found on her phone, the bank transfers she had been making to Lucas under loan repayments. My heart hurt with every discovery, but I knew I needed it all, because I was going to end this once and for all. Not with tears, but with justice. A week later, I made the call. One simple call, but it changed everything. You see, Lucas had been using my business account to funnel money into his personal projects. All with Emily's help. They thought I wouldn't notice, but I did. And that's called embezzlement. When the police arrived, Emily's arrogant smile finally faded. Lucas tried to plead with me, but I just stood there watching as they were led away. Both of them handcuffed, faces white as ghosts. When it was over, I packed up Emily's things and filed for divorce that same day. I didn't leave a note. I didn't leave a message. There was nothing left to say. The house felt empty, but for the first time in a long time, it also felt clean, free from lies. Months passed. The divorce went through. Lucas lost his job. Emily tried to reach out from jail, writing letters full of regret and excuses. I never opened them. I moved to another city, started over, built my life from the ground up again. I found peace in my solitude, strength in my scars. People often ask me if I ever miss them. My answer is simple. You can't miss the people who killed the best parts of you. You can only mourn the fool you once were for trusting them. So, to anyone reading this, if you ever feel like your world is falling apart because of betrayal, remember my story. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger. It's walking away without looking back. Like and subscribe if you believe that justice always finds its way, even when betrayal tries to hide in the dark.